Hey, Eva.
Hello, Jane.
Good to see you. It's been a while. How old are you now?
I am 51.
Wow. I got a question for you. I got friends who are like kind of at this age, and not all are thriving in their career, or they can't seem to have a balanced life. You appear to be like thriving in both your personal and professional life. Tell me, is there like a secret sauce to this?
Well, I always carry the motto of work hard, play hard,
Okay.
right? And work smart, play hard. That's basically how I always, that's my motto basically. My job is actually quite demanding,
Okay.
but at the same time, I try to balance it out, right?
Okay.
So, for example, I will try to find time to do things that I enjoy.
Okay.
So, for example, my downtime would be, like on Friday night, going to happy hours with friends, just a few drinks and a few laughs, then, all the worries, tends to disappear. So, I always try to at least ensure that I have time for my downtime. And I reckon that different people have their own way of downtime. For example, my husband,
Yeah.
his downtime is like, leave me alone. I just want to read my books or, stay at home and do his cooking or whatsoever.
Okay.
But for myself, actually, I'm a very outgoing person. So for
Right.
me, downtime would be, like having a drink and, meeting friends, right? So I also learned to, to be able to appreciate different friends or different groups, how the way they want to enjoy themselves, and strike a balance between really enjoying it with everybody at the same time respecting each other's space. So I think that's how I start to balance my work versus my personal life. In particular, I think in the recent 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the recent 10 years, because you moved to Shanghai, been there for 8 years. Given that, it's like a different city, kind of different culture and everything, how do you adjust and
Well, actually, there are a lot of similarities between Shanghai and Hong Kong. And I also lived in New York, so I think I'm a city girl per se. They're all big metropolitan cities, but of course there are differences, right? So when we first moved to Shanghai, actually it was at its prime time in 2017. So everything was very glamorous, a lot of expats, very, very vibrant. And then we also went through the COVID, right? So we spent a few years in Shanghai.
That was tough. How do you cope?
It was tough, and that's why I felt that having a support group will be important. So, and actually during the COVID time when we were all kind of we stayed in China predominantly, right, most of the time. So I felt very lucky that I was with my husband, right, and we had a decent apartment where we were able to we had a lot of private times together, right, which we actually didn't have. For example, we have to cook 3 meals a day, that kind of become a chore. But then it's actually something that we never got to do, right? When we were living in Hong Kong or in other times where, you'll always, either get Grab, delivery, or you eat out, right? So it was a time where we have to plan our meals and everything. So I think it's a different experience. And at the same time, I think what I was grateful for is we had quite a small circle of good friends who we stuck around during the COVID time in Shanghai. And actually that kind of solidified the friendship as well, right? So now even after COVID, actually all of them were gone, right? They left China, they moved to Singapore, or they moved to other parts of the world. But the connection is still there because we went through something very special. So yeah, I think it's it was a very interesting time, and it wasn't easy during then. But now when I think about it, it's an experience. Yeah.
So in a nutshell, what advice will you give to someone who wants to thrive in life regardless of ups and downs?
Well, I guess maybe some people will say that I'm quite RQ, right? The RQ 精神. It's like a lot of times you wanted to do something, but in the end, it might turn out the way that you want it to be because for whatever reasons, right? So I guess for me, it's really enjoying the journey, right? Regardless whether you really get there or how high you could jump, at least you jumped, right? So I think that's kind of like my suggestion. So don't worry too much about whether you came number 1 or number 3, but at least you started. You tried, right? So I think that's my suggestion, because along the journey, you never know who you're gonna meet, what experience that you might have.
Right. right?
Yes.
So folks out there, enjoy your journey. Don't focus on the destination.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.